everybody. Welcome back to DogMa. We're re-inviting back our resident puppy DogMa, Midas's mom, and Midas is joining us too. Midas's mom kind of coined the phrase puppy daddy. So we're gonna start with a deeper look into what is a puppy daddy. So go ahead and take it away.
So a puppy daddy is someone who you are in a relationship with. You're not necessarily married, probably not even engaged. You feel like you're serious. Could have been a month, could have been 7 years. Me. And you decide we're going to get a puppy together, regardless of where we are at in this relationship. It's irrelevant unless you're married. Then it's just a dog dad. Sorry DogMa. So a puppy daddy is basically someone you're just in a relationship, regardless of what kind of relationship that is.
Benji's dad and I, when we decided to get him, we were engaged at the time. He, I guess, is a little bit more like a dog dad in that we were getting ready to get married, and definitely is one now. But you mentioned that you and Midas's puppy daddy.
Say it with like gumption.
Midas's puppy daddy.
I'm not ashamed of it. Okay.
I just keep thinking of Benji's dad, and he would be like, "Please don't call me that."
Well, Mike's dad, but here we are.
But here we are. They don't watch this anyway, so hopefully.
Fine.
But anyway, so you mentioned that you guys had an agreement, which you called. Oh, there's Midas.
Hello.
Just sneaking up. Talk to me about your agreement.
Okay, yes. So we actually called this a pre-pup. So we took this very seriously. Like I said, I am not ashamed now that I have a puppy daddy, but I was worried about, people getting dogs during COVID and relationships, and then, 2 months later it's over, and what happens to the dog. And I didn't want to be irresponsible with that, but also I knew that if I got a dog, I was obviously never going to want to part from them, and my puppy daddy also knew that. Therefore, we came up with a pre-pup, similar to a prenuptial. Before we even got Midas, we decided on this, that what was going to happen if we were to break up, and how that would go just before he was even in the picture. And surprising as this is, I think you'll be a little bit surprised, DogMa, that if we break up, puppy daddy gets Midas. Therefore, I'm still in a relationship. We're about to hit 7 years in March. It's going to be great.
Okay, wait. I do have a question. How is that agreed upon? Like, how did you both, 100% he gets Midas?
Yeah. So when it comes to, knowing if we were ready for a dog, we're both in medical school, very busy. We were coming at a time where it was going to be a little bit less busy, but nothing, it all kind of happened. Once we found Midas, we were like, oh my God, this is the dog. But even before that, like you said, you guys had talked about this for years, getting a dog and this and that, but it all had to do with timing and if we were going to be too busy or not. So, the way that we came to this was, since we're both allergic and for various other reasons, we actually purchased Midas, and my puppy daddy could also be called my sugar daddy. So that's another fun term. We can look that up on Urban Dictionary if they still have that. And he was the one who technically paid for Midas. And I knew that was going to happen. We had talked about that as well and agreed upon that, blah, blah, blah. It's my Christmas present for the next 40 years, whatever. So that's kind of how that happened. And I just agreed with it because I desperately wanted a dog. I should have had a better lawyer at this point, right?
Yeah, I could put you in contact with some lawyers.
Yeah.
Okay, so is this like an official document that you guys have written up and signed somewhere?
So we were gonna do that, but we did not, which is awesome for me, and because I'm the one who would have done that, and I was like, I'm just not gonna do it. And it's never in writing, and I can do what I want if this ever actually goes south. So I would highly recommend you actually write your pre-pup.
Yeah, and maybe like I don't know if you guys came up with like terms, like if you break up with him, this happens. If he breaks up with you, you know what I mean? Like that it could. Or
Yeah.
even like a custody arrangement type of thing. Because I do know a few couples who do that. Like they get the dog for 3 months and then it goes to, back to the other co-parent for 3 months. So
yeah, so we kind of talked about that, but my puppy daddy well enough to know that I think that we would not, I don't think he would want to see me if we were not together. So that was kind of out.
okay.
That's why we're still together.
Yeah. Perfect. I love it. Yeah. No, I guess the running joke in my house is that, if Benji's dad leaves me, then I get Benji. But if I leave Benji's dad, then I also get Benji. and he knows that.
See, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's basically a pre-pup.
More people are like us and so their dog is like their kid, so I think it makes a lot of sense to plan the way you would as if it were a kid, because if you do separate from your significant other, that there needs to be a plan, obviously. So
and as we laugh about pre-pup and whatever and the agreements, but the point is we talked about it, and that's what's most important. This could probably be very healthy for people's relationships, even if they're not going to get a dog, to just like have these kind of conversations. And we really were not afraid to have them. I was definitely refusing to get a dog if we did not have them, just because I really wanted to be responsible about it. So
you almost have to have someone who's willing to collaborate with you. And I think it works best when both of you can sacrifice a little, instead of one person who's like trying to do it all to make it work, and another person who, even if they work from home, they're not willing to get up and walk the dog,
The big thing is that he's willing to have those conversations and take them seriously is
right.
Major.
Right. Because at the end of the day, you're in charge of a life. It's a living thing that looks to you for food and attention and shelter and, activity and exercise. And if you're not providing it, like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And it needs to be coordinated between both of you. Well, thanks so much for joining us again, Puppy DogMa and Midas's mom. Please give him a cuddle for us, okay? But thanks for joining us. I know we'll have you back soon.
So for all of you listening, thank you. Please subscribe and like if you liked it. If you didn't, maybe just like don't do anything.
Maybe
don't say anything.
Yeah. We don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
compliments only, please.
You can like do a comment like, "Oh my God, Erin, you look so beautiful. Like, look at that ring light. I can see it in your eyes." It'll be like, "Thank you." Anyways, thank you all for listening. Let us know if you have any ideas for videos or things you want to know more about. I'm a big nerd, specifically DogMa nerd, and I will find all the information on it and would love to just help provide information to all of our dog moms out there. So thanks for having me.
Yeah, we'll see you next time, guys. Like and subscribe below. Thanks.